Now they are 5-4, and they are legitimately kind of in playoff contention.
Whereas the Rams are going the other direction.
Yes.
Yeah, and the true weakness of the Rams is that Goff can't play under pressure. And so they were they made him skittish early, and they just kept after him.
Again, I guess I'm the Goff apologist of the group, but I'm not saying he's not playing well. But I just
Did he play at Oregon?
He's on the phone right now. No, we're not taking your call. Get out of here.
I'll just keep this quick. It's some of it's his fault. Obviously, Brandon Cook's not being out there. Their field stretcher hurts. The main concern with them are twofold. With their offense is their offensive line has been a cluster this whole year, their offensive line.
Is that a peanut cluster?
They lost their center during this game, too.
It's
so, like,
Mars bar.
It went from bad to worse. And also just, I mean, I know you paid him a lot of money, but at some point during this year, you have to kind of move on from Todd Gurley. I think during this year, if you want to try to make a playoff run, they have to give it to Darrell Henderson or Malcolm Brown.
Okay, Kansas City, go ahead.
I was just going to say, sidebar, Judge Ito, using a long ago term, did you know that our guy at Florida State, when he got fired, Willie Taggart, walked away with $17 million?
You mean cold hard cash?
That's all I'm going to say.
Straight cash.
Now, Kansas City,
Mahomie. Andy Reid.
Andy Reid can't finish a game. That was some of the stupidest stuff I've ever seen. What was that throwing the ball out of bounds supposed to do?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, what was that?
Is this Andy of old Philadelphia Rebirth Part 2? What's going on?
What's going on? Well, the weirdest thing is in back-to-back weeks is you have a team led by Matt Moore beat a good Vikings team.
Yep.
And you're like, all right, and they're getting Patrick Mahomes back. And again, to be fair, Titans are the most schizophrenic team where, depending on the week you play them, like they will bulldoze bad teams, certain bad teams. They'll beat good teams. Like I still think KC is a good team, and then they'll lose to average or moderate teams, and it's just I don't know. It's just confounding.
And this is just what happened. The Patriots have home field advantage now all the way to the end with that loss.
Do they?
Yeah, well,
they should. Like they're 7-1
because their schedule is nothing. They've got the Alabama schedule.
Or they're 8-1. My bad. They're 8-1, and the KC is 6-4. Right. So yeah, it's a. Well, it also was like talking about weird decisions. What was the deal? And it didn't matter anyway because they didn't score a touchdown. And they had to get 2 points. At the end of the Carolina-Green Bay game.
Yes, in the snow.
I look, I don't know if they just don't trust their kicker to make it from there, but why would you go for 2 points when you're down 14?
Well, and what's his name? The running back.
McCaffrey.
That was a touchdown.
Totally.
That was a touchdown.
That guy dragging him in, he was across the line.
Yeah. That was home cooking right there. Hopefully
Bay.
The guy will enjoy, his fondue.
Green Bay
because
gets all the breaks.
And I know the opposition isn't that great, but it was just another week of, Lamar taking another step in terms of it's the opposition is not great, but
Perfect
he does
quarterback rating. Perfect.
He does what a good quarterback's supposed to do. He abuses the defense just relentlessly.
Well,
that's what he did.
And that one run, that's something that's kind of like a Jordan. Going for switching hands under the basket.
Yep.
And I mean, people will be watching this forever.
John Harbaugh said people will watch that for decades, and by Monday morning, everybody will have seen it all across the country, and I have to agree.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. I mean, people that don't even care about football, if they hear Lamar's playing, they'll tune in. I will.
Trivia question. In one play, Ravens featured 3 Heisman winners, Ingram, RG3, and Lamar Jackson. In that one play. How about that? I don't know if that's a first, but that's your trivia for this week.
Wow, yeah, that's a pretty good one. The last thing I will say, we've kind of talked about it before, the trade for Marcus Peters, yet again, pick 6.
Yeah.
Just, just that little extra wrinkle that they're gonna, because again, Bengals did move the ball a bit on the defense. So
what happened to Dalton?
They benched him.
They benched him.
Benched him flat out.
They just benched him because they're wanting to evaluate Ryan Finley. The one part, to be fair to Andy Dalton, that I feel bad about is Andy Dalton. They knew by week 6 that they probably wanted to go to Ryan Finley. Why didn't you try to trade Andy Dalton to a team that maybe could have used him?
Because the Bears haven't made him offer yet, you think?
Speaking of which, Trubisky got hurt again, But my man came in, and Chase Daniels came in and got them a win, didn't he?
What?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You didn't get hurt.
Did you slip into a parallel dimension?
You're going to shut this down, man.
I know you're Bears fans, so I'm just making it up here.
Mayday on that one, baby.
When you were younger, during the 80s, do you think Nelson Mandela died? Did you come
No, but I thought
just make sure Mandela
Nelson was appearing at Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay. All right, are we ready for wild-ass predictions?
Yes, we are. It's that time of the show. Take it away.
All right, I'm going to say this.
Yes.
Pittsburgh will make the playoffs. L.A. Rams will not.
I like that.
That's a good one. What do I go with? You know what? I'll go with, even though I'll probably eat it on this one. I don't care. I'm going to go with Baylor with the upset over Oklahoma.
Ooh.
Baylor beats the Sooners.
Yep.
Okay. And here's mine. You ready? The Kansas City Chiefs will not make the playoffs because I think the Steelers and Raiders are coming on strong. The Steelers are on fire. Chiefs will bow out.
Well, cool. That was a good way to just go, whoa.
Both of y'all are went bold. I didn't really go that bold.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
I'll just say, I guess the one thing I'll just say is congratulations. It was a fairly big win for Virginia Tech. Just Bud Foster. It was Bud Foster Day. A great defensive coordinator.
Sure,
one of the best.
Bud Walton Day.
One of the best defensive coordinators over his 25-year tenure in college football. So I just wanted to say congratulations.
Did he crack open a Foster's beer? And no,
I don't know. I will say this: the coolest thing about Bud Foster is, like, if you do central casting for like a defensive coordinator coach, he looks like what you would imagine.
It's Australian for beer.
He is a guy that if you saw walking out, you would not want to get a fist fight. I mean, he's probably in his maybe like late 60s, early 70s, but he still looks like he could take most people. So, Bud Foster.
Good for you, Bud Foster.
All right.
In the words of the legendary Notre Dame coach, Newt Rockney, just tell them to go out there with all they got and win one for the Sport Weasels. Or maybe it was the Gipper. Oh, well. Thanks for your time. This time, till next time. So long, everybody.